So, hello everyone. India thrashed New Zealand, we can say, by 48 runs. It was a convincing victory, like a dominating performance with the bat, especially Rinku Singh when he scored that 44 invaluable runs. 10 to 15 runs extra margin India had. It was a batting track at Nagpur, a very rare batting track because the average score was less than 140, 135. But that's the beauty of T20 format. High scoring games only we witness most of the times. So we'll discuss about the game. Some good positives for New Zealand as well. Glenn Phillips smashed a half century. Mark Chapman also showed some potential. Darren Mitchell's position was also questionable, but it was quite applicable as well. We will talk about it. So first of all, Ayan, what do you make of this performance? It's like a statement. Like we will play our natural attacking game. India bats till number 8 position. They have a long batting lineup, and Rinku Singh came at very late. Shivam Dube got an unexpected promotion, but he failed. So Rinko Singh made the most out of it. But there are still problems for New Zealand as well. No doubt they won the T20 series, but their bowling looked weak, especially in the absence of Bracewell.
Yeah, so good win for India to bounce back from the ODI series loss to win the match by 48 runs is a big margin. Although New Zealand showed fight in the second innings, more on the second innings later. But when we look at, India's batting performance in total, it was a good batting performance led by that man again, Abhishek Sharma. Abhishek Sharma fires, he makes the job, half the job done for India. And India depended on him, there's no doubt about it. There are concerns, if you make concerns, was the concern in the sense Sanju Samson got it early and Ishan Kishan also couldn't make the most of his opportunity at 3. Those two fell early in the power play, but India just kept going. The template is even if they lose wickets, they'll still keep going because that's Abhishek's mantra, Abhishek Sharma's mantra, and the template that has been set by this Indian team. Good positive from Surya Kumar Yadav. Yes, another game where he didn't get a 50. Now 23 innings without a 50, but he looked fluent while he was there. 32 of 22, looked fluent out there, played his shots. That was a good sign. Let's see what he does because he needs to carry this forward in the next few games. Now, Hardik Pandya, he looked good while he was there, but then got out to a slower delivery. It happens, but he looked good. Shivam Dube failed, but then Rinku Singh with the finish was crucial. Abhishek Sharma played the innings of the match. He destroyed New Zealand for the first 12 overs. But it was Rinku Singh's 21-run last over against Darryl Mitchell, who hadn't bowled in the whole game. That turned out to be the game changer, I feel, because then the momentum was fully with India and they got to 238. See, if India would have got to say 210, 220, New Zealand could have easily chased it down. You never know because New Zealand still got to 190. So that was the thing. And then New Zealand came out to bat. They lost 2 early wickets. Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra went out. Many experts like Simon Dool in the post-match calling for Rachin Ravindra's head, saying Rachin Ravindra's worst format is T20s and he should not be kept in the World Cup. Well, that's his opinion. I won't go into that. But the thing is, the most perplexing thing was Darryl Mitchell's position. Here he was the man who haunted India in the ODI series. And here he was batting as low as number 6, which didn't make any sense to anybody. Veteran commentator Ian Smith in the commentary box said that Darryl Mitchell has been in such great form. He should bat in the top 4, ideally. Why is he batting at number 6? This was a huge question. But by the time he came in, I think he came in the 14th over, the match was as good as gone for New Zealand's point of view. So that was perspective. So some perspective calls by the New Zealand team management. The batting was still decent, but in the bowling, yes, they lacked a bit of firepower because I think Abhishek took the game away from them. I don't think New Zealand at the moment has the batting. You can bring maybe a Zach Fuchs into the playing 11, extra pacer in place of a spinner because they play with Sodhi, Satner, and Glenn Phillips as 3 spinners. Maybe they can add an extra pacer. But I don't see any other pacer coming into the side as such to make a difference. It's just they were outplayed. I think in certain days you have to just doff your hat on and say hats off to Abhishek Sharma, and we lost to him kind of. And also fielding from both sides was very average. New Zealand's ground fielding was very poor. I saw 2 misfields in the boundary, just not on when the ball spun. And India's catching, well, the less said the better. Again, drop catches. See, the drop catches might not haunt you on a day when you score 230, 240. But drop catches will haunt you in the World Cup if you continue fielding like this. I'm making it very clear. If India continue to drop catches and they have a very bad efficiency rate also, catching efficiency rate, since Asia Cup 2025, if this continues, then they're going to really struggle in the World Cup. New Zealand were better in catching. They held on to the catches, but they were bad in the ground fielding. So both really were not at their best. Yes, you could attribute it to the lighting position in Nagpur where there are some low lights and everything, but all in all, good day for the Indian fans and Indian cricket team. New Zealand have positives. Glenn Phillips, he played well. Mark Chapman looked good. I won't say Tim Robinson is a positive, because if I say Tim Robinson is a positive, Tim Robinson is not part of the T20 World Cup squad. So these two were the main positives, Chapman and Phillips. And with the ball, okay, Jacob Duffy, he bowled well. 4 overs, 2 for 27. He was the shining light in a very dreadful day for them with the ball. So that was the thing. No Matt Henry because he's still recovering from an injury. So all in all, and plus, mind you, sir, Tim Seifert and Finn Allen are playing BBL, Big Bash League. So they are not here. Jimmy Neesham is playing Bangladesh Premier League. He's not here. So the full team is not yet here for New Zealand, even in T20s. Although we have said that 10 players have joined the squad, but there is some of them are not in the T20 squad. So there's a lot of chaos, not chaos, I will say, not ideal preparation, but that's the way it goes. It's a modern day game. So while we use India, good win, but you need to carry it on, work on these fielding areas. I feel fielding more important. And then few players need to make the most out of the batting, especially Ishan Kishan. Because see, if Ishan does not perform, once Tilak comes back in, Ishan will be dropped. Simple as that. So these are the things that they need to work on. Other than that, nothing much to worry for India, but fielding definitely is a worry.
Yes, actually, the reason behind why teams have fought Finn Allen, Jimmy Neesham are because see, New Zealand's head coach is very chillaxed. We can say Rob Walter. He was the head coach of South Africa in 2024. He was for a year or two there, and he openly said that players getting to the playing squad 15, 17 members, whatever it may be, that for 4 days is also good. You have to adjust and accept the modern terminologies. It really doesn't make any sense because see, this series is a perfect rehearsal because most likely New Zealand will play most of the matches only in India only. We have to see how the Super 8 stages go and if they qualify or not. But Seifert, Jimmy Neesham, Finn Allen. Finn Allen is a opener, but he chooses BBL. Actually, they have the casual contracts in New Zealand cricket, so that is hurting them. Like they want the players, but okay, you choose. Kane Williamson took retirement. He could have played, but he said, "I'm done with this format." He just plays this Test and ODI format. That's the problem for New Zealand. At least they have some players, quality players. Like Dan Mitchell plays all the three formats. Rachin Ravindra also plays. So there's some hope as well. Like limited source, make the most out of it. So Harsha, we'll get back to you now. Uh, what do you make out of India's performance? Abhishek Sharma, like he's the Mr. Consistent. We can see the T20 format. 34 innings, he has scored 2 centuries, seven half centuries, six or seven half centuries. It's quite a good, like we have got the replacement of Rohit Sharma, we can say. But even Rohit Sharma wasn't that much attacking. Rohit Sharma also used to take some time before going all out attack. But Abhishek Sharma is like, I will play my national game. Like he trained under Yuvraj Singh, and we can see the glimpse of Yuvraj Singh in his batting. He's a freestyle batter. He is. It's a natural game is only attacking. Rohit Sharma's game wasn't that much attacking. He made it's that attacking. But Abhishek Sharma, like it's a good combo in the form of Samson. No doubt he failed, but Abhishek Sharma took responsibility.
So basically, coming to the match, like we can say that Nagpur is not a big scoring match, like big scoring venue, and the average score was 140 to 150 par. But by seeing the Abhishek Sharma batting, that made us to look so simple that he can bat too easily with and he can hit long sixes with a long distance. And second thing is like he is not hitting blindly or not slogging the bat with blindly, is using the technique with better, like if the bowler is throwing a like cutter, off cutter or leg cutter, so he's using his hand power, manpower, and he's going out and hitting the ball out of the stadium, like out of the ground. So if that made a person mature and think what should be done in the situation and what not should be done in the situation. When he has been taking coaching under the Yuvraj Singh, he has he has been updated so many things, like he's not blindly flogging the bat with where the ball is coming and where the ball not coming. So yes, maturely thinking what should be done in that ball, what not should be done in the ball. So looking at that can be think that he's perfectly set for the number one batsman in overall the world, and he perfectly hitting the ball where the cutter ball is coming. He's taking singles and rotating the strike. If the ball is coming up to the bat, so he's taking the bat going out of the ground. So after we can see that Abhishek Sharma perfectly set it now opener and is taking the match to the next level. Like we can say that by looking at the first bowling, we can say that the match will go to 162, 170 thing. We thought that that will be the target, but at last we got 230 to 240 around. That was a very good target that can be given to the New Zealand team, because New Zealand is not a bad team. Like we can say them, they are thrashed us in ODI series, and the Darley Mitchell has so much. Thank God he has got out in this first match, but he was in three matches he was not getting out. We don't know what we was not having any clue how to get him out. At last we got out him in first T20 match. So basically we think that by looking at first T20 we think that T20 is gonna dominate, and this total series we may pray for that and for World Cup also. That was my call.
Yes, Abhishek Sharma is in his league of his own, and Daryl Mitchell's promotion, so not promotion, like he was batting at number six position. It was quite questionable. He should have batted number five, like no doubt. Glenn Phillips could have been the middle order batter, and Chapman should have been the designated finisher. Also, he couldn't make a statement there. So आयुष आपकी तरफ आते हैं अभी। जिस तरह का प्रदर्शन इंडिया ने किया है, उन्होंने कहा कि चलो ओडीआई सीरीज हारे तो हारे, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, T20 का माहौल है अभी। अगला 1.5-2 महीना बहुत एक क्रुशियल रहने वाला है। इंडिया शायद पहली टीम भी बन जाए तो टाइटल डिफेंड करे और अपने घर में भी जीते, लेकिन जिस तरीके का बैटिंग प्रदर्शन रहा है, ऐसा ड्रेसिंग रूम से मैनेजमेंट से एक सीधा सीधा इंडिकेशन है, गो ऑल आउट अटैक, कुछ भी हो जाए स्कोर कर। जैसे एसआरएच के मंत्रा था, पैट कमिंस, सैनिल वेटोरी, सबने ऐसा कहा था कि कुछ भी हो जाए बिंदास मारते जाओ, आउट हो गए तो भी चलता है। नो, बात अलग थी, वहां पे 14 मैचेस थे, वर्ल्ड कप में इतने मैचेस नहीं है। आप अगर 2 मैचेस हार गए, आपका टाटा बाय बाय हो जाएगा T20 वर्ल्ड कप से। ये काफी क्रूअल टूर्नामेंट है, आईसीसी ने जरूर सोचना चाहिए थोड़ा बड़ा टूर्नामेंट बनाने के लिए, बिकॉज सी 20 टीम्स का टूर्नामेंट 1 मंथ के अंदर खत्म हो रहा है लिटरली। और नो ऑफेंस, बट अवर आईपीएल चलता है 2 सवा 2 महीना चलता है, लंबा चौड़ा चलता है, मतलब पूरा एक माहौल बन जाता है, त्योहार की तरह होता है। लेकिन देखा जाए तो T20 वर्ल्ड कप भी एक त्योहार है। लेकिन बैटिंग अप्रोच अच्छा था, बट थोड़ी कंसर्न है वैसे देखा जाए तो। संजू सैमसन, किशन, दोनों के दोनों विकेट कीपर्स स्कोर ही नहीं कर पाए। ठीक है, आपके सूर्य कुमार यादव को स्टार्ट मिला, लेकिन कैपिटलाइज करना चाहिए था। मतलब शिवम दुबे एक विकेट गई, हार्दिक पांड्या गए। अगर रिंकू ने 20-30 रन बना लिए होते, जैसे आयन ने कहा, 210 220 चेसेबल हो सकता था। वही थोड़ा 15-20 रन का एक्स्ट्रा कुशन मिल गया। लेकिन एक कन्विंसिंग प्रॉमिसिंग स्टार्ट हो गया सीरीज का, बिकॉज इट्स 1-0 लंबी सीरीज है। साउथ अफ्रीका के अगेंस्ट में इंडिया भी अच्छी सीरीज हुई थी। क्या लगता है आपको इस प्रदर्शन के बारे में?
अगर देखा जाए तो जो आइडियली इंडिया का बेस्ट ओपनिंग पेयर अगर है तो वो है अभिषेक शर्मा और यशस्वी जायसवाल। लेकिन जब से ये मैनेजमेंट आई है तब से बहुत ही लोगों ने फेरबदल किया है। पहले संजू सैमसन को लेके आए ऊपर, राइट, बांग्लादेश सीरीज है, उस बांग्लादेश सीरीज से लेकर साउथ अफ्रीका वाली सीरीज तक अगर आप देखें, नहीं, उसके बाद इंग्लैंड सीरीज तक अगर आप देखोगे तो वहां अभिषेक शर्मा और संजू सैमसन की जोड़ी थी। ऑल ऑफ द सडन शुभमन गिल इनके स्कीम ऑफ थिंग्स में आ जाता है, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ कि इनको 3 फॉर्मेट का कैप्टन बनाना भी है, प्लेयर बनाना है। लेकिन उसको आपने एशिया कप में भी रगड़ा, उसको आपने ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज में भी रगड़ा, उसको आपने साउथ अफ्रीका वाली सीरीज में भी रगड़ा। लेकिन एंड ऑफ द डे क्या हुआ, जैसे ही आपको वर्ल्ड कप नजदीक आया, आपने उसको निकाल दिया। तो आज अगर आप देखोगे तो अगर आपकी लाज अगर कहीं बची है ना, तो अभिषेक शर्मा की 84 रन, कुछ हद तक मैं कह सकता हूँ सूर्य कुमार यादव का 32, और एंड में रिंकू सिंह ने बचाया। अब होगा क्या इस 2 मैच के बाद? ये वाला मैच तो हो गया, अगला मैच के बाद अगर सब कुछ ठीक रहा तो तिलक वर्मा की भी एंट्री हो जाएगी। अब तिलक वर्मा कहाँ खेलेगा? अगर अगले मैच में ईशान किशन ने रन बना दिए तो तिलक वर्मा की जगह तो थोड़ी सी वो डामाडोल है, क्योंकि 3 नंबर एक ऐसा प्लेयर है कि अगर ऊपर से संजू या अभिषेक आउट हो जाए तो वो वाला काम करके देगा जो ओडीआई में इस वक्त विराट कर रहे हैं। सेंसिबल है बैटिंग। याद करो आप एशिया कप का फाइनल, जब इंडिया के 3 विकेट गिर गए थे तो किसने बचाया? सेंसिबल बैटिंग कौन किया था? तिलक वर्मा ही किया था। अगर वो न करता तो इंडिया हार ही गया था वो एशिया कप। तो तिलक वर्मा इस वक्त बहुत अच्छे फॉर्म में भी है, सेंचुरीज भी है उसकी, और कोई भी बॉलिंग लाइनअप को बना भी सकता है। अब आते हैं न्यूजीलैंड के बैटिंग पे। न्यूजीलैंड की सबसे वीकेस्ट पॉइंट अगर कोई है तो उनका ओपनर है। अगर कॉनवे नहीं चल रहा है तो वो कॉनवे के साथ कौन उतर सकता है? फिन एलन है, टिम साइफर्ट है, रचिन रविंद्र, उसका भी वही हाल है जो इस देश में शुभमन गिल का हाल है। वनडे जितना अच्छा खेल ले, नो मैटर, लेकिन जब बात T20 की आती है तो वो तो चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स में भी फ्लॉप था। चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स ने इस बार ड्रॉप कर दिया, उसको फिर के आने लिया। अब देखने वाली बात है कि कोलकाता की जो फास्ट विकेट है, यहाँ इससे भी ज्यादा हाई स्कोरिंग रन बनते हैं, वहां खेल पाता है कि नहीं। कब तक ये दो लोग आपको को बहुत परेशान किए इस वाले मैच में। एक ग्लेन फिलिप्स, उसका पिछला फॉर्म कंटिन्यू किया अपना, और मार्क चैपमैन को इजी वे में आप अंडर एस्टिमेट नहीं कर सकते। ये वही खिलाड़ी है जिसे पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ ऑकलैंड में सेंचुरी मारा था। कैसा भी रन विकेट हो, वो मारेगा। स्पेन को एक न्यूजीलैंड ही है जो ठीक से खेल पा रही है। पूरे सेना कंट्री में अगर आप देखो तो साउथ अफ्रीका स्ट्रगल किया, इंग्लैंड किसी लायक नहीं, ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी कुछ हद तक इक्का दुक्का प्लेयर है जो खेल सकते हैं, नहीं तो उनसे भी स्पिन नहीं खेला जाता है सब कॉन्टिनेंट में। एक वही न्यूजीलैंड है। यही न्यूजीलैंड की टीम आपको टेस्ट मैच में हराई थी, ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ उनकी स्पिन खेलने की एबिलिटी बैटिंग में, और एक से बढ़कर एक स्पिनर्स। तो अब बाकी बचे हुए 4 मैच में देखते हैं क्या होता है, लेकिन हाँ, 5-0 तो नहीं दिख रहा है। न्यूजीलैंड कम बैक करेगा, वो ऐसा टीम है।
Yes, but I think like Devon Conway shouldn't play T20 international cricket. No, no, he has the game, he has the skill set. But you have Rachin Ravindra there, there's Finn Allen, there's Tim Robinson. Conway suited for ODI and Test format. He has success. He has had success. He's someone like Mike Hussey. Like Mike Hussey's role was also like to bat till 15-17 overs, play the role of anchor, take some risks and some shots. But even Tom Blundell can also play T20 international, but that's not happening. They are making Conway the wicketkeeper batter. So now we will get back to Anup sir. So Anup sir, you must be very happy. I can see in your face as well. Like you lost the ODI series, but you've not won the World Cup yet. You've not won the T20 International Series as well. But this victory seems like there is a ray of hope, very big ray of hope that we can defend the title. But the pitches will be quite challenging. But the middle order conundrum is still there. Like suppose if Abhishek fails, who will take responsibility? Hardik Pandya is there. You have the experience, Surya Hardik. It's quite a good, brilliant bowling attack. But Ayush, as you said, if Tilak gets a chance, I would say drop one of Varun Chakravarti or Arshdeep Singh, because already I've got Hardik Pandya as a fifth bowling option. So have a nine batting pairs, nine batting options. It can work. Tilak Verma at batting at number 5, number 6. It could be quite a fun. India can chase 400 as well then. But just kidding. But Arup sir, let's get back to you. What do you think of today's performance?
I think Varad sir, you have gone little mad after India has won the match.
No,
Because you are talking, yes, because you are talking about dropping India's ace spinner. So I just at the moment I taking for some things right. आयुष शेखर ने बोला, आयुष शेखर ने भी तुझ बातें बोली जो हजम नहीं हुई। एक चीज ये थी, वन थिंग वाज लाइक ही सेड दैट he talked about India's bowling woes. He talked about India's bowling woes in the middle overs, but Varun Chakravarti 4 over 37 runs. And Akshar Patel 4 overs 31 runs. So 8 overs, around 60 odd, 70 runs in a high scoring match by spinners. It's quite a commendable bowling effort. उसमें बॉलिंग में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी, एंड एज यू से सर, there is a issue in middle order. I don't think today is a middle, because as I always say, T20 is a game. It's not a game of beat hundreds or beat 50s. It's a game of with 30s and with 40s. Today, Abhishek Sharma hold the fort. He started in his usual basis. अब देखो पूरे इनिंग्स में इंडिया का रन रेट टिल 20th ओवर इंडिया वाज ओवर रन रेट 12 के आसपास था. It never dropped below 10 even in the middle overs phase. After sixth over also, 6 पावर प्ले के ओवर हुए, उसके बाद भी इंडिया का रन रेट 15 ओवर तक 10 या 12 तक चलता रहा. By the 12th over, India was 150 on the board. Even India has lost Surya Kumar Yadav, but you can see 16 ball 25 by Hardik Pandya. वो इतना ही क्रुशियल था जितना 40 लास्ट में इसका आया रिंतु सिंह था. 16 बॉल 25 उतना ही क्रुशियल मिडिल फेज में था हार्दिक पांड्या था. हाँ, वो स्लोअर बॉल पे आउट हो गया, वो भी बॉल 6 के लिए जा रहा था, बट वो आउट हो गया, वरना हार्दिक पांड्या वुड हैव स्मैश्ड मोर रन्स टुडे. सो overall India is maintaining that tempo, और यही टेम्पलेट है which India has resorted to after the 2024 World Cup triumph. Surya Kumar Yadav also said in the post-match presentation, like, this is the only template which we are comfortable with, and they will go whether wickets will fall or not, they will go ban in the forthcoming matches as well. Saying so, संजू सैमसन के बारे में आयुष शेखर ने था, तो आयुष शेखर तो ये ध्यान में आना चाहिए, इंडिया की ओरिजिनल ओपनिंग पर संजू सैमसन और ये ही थी. यशस्वी जायसवाल तभी सवाल में नहीं था. आयुष शेखर, संजू सैमसन और ये अभिषेक शर्मा ही ओरिजिनल इंडिया की ओपनिंग पेयर थी. शुभमन गिल तो बीच में लाया गया, उसका परफॉर्मेंस नहीं आया, फिर शुभमन गिल तो निकाला गया. सो यशस्वी जायसवाल T20 में अभी स्थान बना ही नहीं सकता. संजू सैमसन इज द राइट ओपोनेंट बिकॉज संजू सैमसन गिव्स दैट फ्रीडम टू अभिषेक शर्मा एट द नॉन स्ट्राइकर एंड. खुद भी फास्ट शुरू करता है और अभिषेक शर्मा तो भी मोमेंटम दे देता है. आज संजू सैमसन ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड वेल. Unfortunately, he got out after hitting two boundaries. Same happened with Ishan Kishan. First ball, after so many months in international cricket, Ishan Sharma played down the ground for a straight boundary. So Ishan Kishan was also looking to accelerate in the power play. Lost its wicket in the process. Good news for Surya Kumar Yadav, जैसे वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बोलता था कि उसका फॉर्म सही नहीं गया, and everyone believed कि उसका टच है. Today he showed with his trademark six and few boundaries, 32 sublime runs in 18-19 balls. That's the way he plays. So had it been 50, वो तो फ्यूचर में 50 कर ही ले, बट ये आज ये तो ये हुआ था. And as I said yesterday in the pre-match video, कि न्यूजीलैंड उसकी फेवरेट टीम है. When New Zealand will come against Surya Kumar will score runs against them. So आज इसने किया. शिवम दुबे was unlucky, 6 मारते 9 रन पे गया था, बट उसके बाद स्लोअर वन फ्रॉम काइल जेमिसन पिच नहीं कर पाया, थॉट एंड बोल्ड. एंड रिंतु सिंह प्रोवाइडेड द फिनिशिंग टच एज ही इज अ डेजिग्नेटेड फिनिशर फॉर इंडिया. ओनली फेल इन बैटिंग आई वुड से was अक्षर पटेल, भाई ही कांट डू टू मच, उसको लास्ट में आते मारना ही था. सेंस ऑफ बॉल इन इंडिया वाज ऑन पॉइंट. Harshadip Singh, as usual, started very well, taking 2 wickets, and then it was all over because once you are 1 for 2 chasing 238, फिर तो आते कितना भी मारे. मतलब ग्लेन फिलिप्स played beautifully well for 78 runs, but still 238 is a big task for a team. And Darrell Mitchell been down because New Zealand then wanted to maintain the left and right combination because with Tim Robinson, Glenn Phillips, and after Glenn Phillips went, he did sent in Darrell Mitchell, Mark Chapman. He made 39, so Darrell Mitchell came more lower down the order. And Mitchell Santner was below him, and Tristan Clark, he got out on 0. Still, and today, as Ayan mentioned, fielding is always a concern for Team India, but today, surprisingly, ground fielding for India was very good. And ground fielding for New Zealand was very poor. मतलब ट्रिस्टन क्लार्क ने डेब्यू 2 बॉल उसने बाउंड्रीज ऐसे ही मिडल ओवर्स में दे दिए थे, उसके सामने से बॉल निकल गए इन अ ग्लेन फिलिप ओवर विच इंडिया स्कोर 20 रन इन अ सिंगल ओवर. मतलब जो ग्लेन फिलिप तो वनडे में मार नहीं पा रहे थे, उसको इधर एक ही ओवर में इंडियन बैटर्स टू हिम फॉर 20 रन, और 2 बाउंड्रीज तो ऐसे ही निकलते मिसफील्ड से चले गए थे. So today ground fielding of New Zealand was pathetic. They took their catches, and India, yes, few catches were left, but then Ravi Bishnoi filled in as a substitute to the good running catch at the end on the boundary line. Shivam Dubey at one moment was 2 ball, 2 wickets. He was on a hat trick in the last ball. So overall, the template is set for the Indian T20 cricket team. It's like attack, attack, and only attack. And this attack in from the batters, as I said, which you misunderstood in our chats as well. Like I said that India has a cushion. मतलब एक दो त्याच्यात छूटे and Ayan said it won't be possible in every, but as you mentioned that World Cups maybe pitches would be a batting pitches only for as ICC is gonna curate it. It's not gonna be a ball in wicket or something. If India gets to chance to bat first or whatever in circumstances, then there is a possibility that India will go with this template unless if once India gets around 200, which they are very capable because after 2024 World Cup, it is a staggering figure that 48% of India's matches India has scored about 200. So once India gets about 200 with this kind of bowling, because today Bumrah didn't took a wicket, but he was stable. He was 3 overs around 21 runs. So he was stable with the bowling. Arshdeep Singh had a good bowling. These two are the certain. And Varad sir very ज्योतिर्ली से वरुण चक्रवर्ती तो बाहर रहता वो जिंदगी में नहीं होता क्योंकि वरुण चक्रवर्ती is the number one spin bowler. Though he was hitted for some six, but still he was economical, 4 overs, 37 runs, 2 wickets. So that's the reason Varun Chakravarti would be our key weapon. So 12 overs, 8 overs from Bumrah Arshdeep, 4 overs from Varun Chatra. India has that luxury of 12 overs in the World Cup. Now it has to see not Akshar Patel to हाथ तो बॉल लगा, it might not be that serious बिकॉज वो सिर्फ आउट बॉल रुकने थे चक्कर में ऊपर उंगली होते बॉल टच करते रखते गए सो इट वाज ब्लीडिंग बट ही वॉन्ट it won't be a broken finger for sure. So Akshar Patel will be fine. So India overall is a good package team in a T20 and we and ever more excited to see because of its all-round ability because आज हार्दिक पांड्या is also shown that उसका जो साउथ अफ्रीका सीरीज में फॉर्म लगा हुआ है it's not a fluke. After that he has played Vijay Hazare James, he has smashed runs over it. Today also पहला बॉल ही उसने बुलेट बाउंड्री सामने आते मार दी थी अंपायर भी नीचे गिर गया था. सो हार्दिक पांड्या has shown that intention थी अगर वो बैटिंग पे है तो वो पहले बॉल से 4-6 मारना चालू कर देगा in middle overs, no matter. And once Tilak Verma returns, as everyone has said, Ishan Tishan definitely has to make the most in the next two matches. Because if Tilak Verma returns, then Ishan Tishan might be the one who will be serving the bench. And Ishan Tishan definitely don't want it like serving bench for most of the time in the T20 World Cup. But Tilak Verma, once he returns, he will give the impetus to the middle order. So overall, a perfect, near perfect them, I would say. Fielding is still a concern for Team India. Let's hope they keep the momentum going on as the big tournament and the World Cup is just around the corner. That's my take.
Yes, I just said like you can strengthen the bolster the batting lineup and make it complete like all rounders. Like Tilak Verma can also bowl. You never know. Like there are talks going on that the impact player sub rule will also be introduced very soon in the ICC cricket as well for an injured player or something like that. So we have to see. But the series is now getting slowly started, like because you don't have time. You see, even if New Zealand loses by 5-0, if they get some positives, like Ayan has at the start only mentioned, like Tim Seifert, Jimmy Nisham, and a lot of players, 2 to 3 players are not there. Finn Allen is also not there. It disturbs the rhythm because no, you'll play the World Cup form of matches in India, but that is another part. Now, that's a warm-up game. You don't take that much seriously. You will just get some practice. But that coach, no, Rob Walter, I'm saying, no, he's very relaxed person. Even I remember 2024 South Africa versus India, there was T20 series, right? In South Africa, there was no Miller, there was no Keshav Maharaj, there was no Tabriz Shamsi. He was relaxed. We are managing the workload of the players. We will make sure. And don't know what happened. Cricket South Africa, they took the bold step and said, Shukri Konnur, you manage all the 3 spots now. Tata bye bye to Rob Walter. And he was very happy to go into his own den because he's a Kiwi himself and he's now New Zealand's head coach. Don't know how these things work. One head coach to another team head coach, a national coach. That's a very big thing, to be honest, that how quickly the development happened. But one thing is for sure, like New Zealand will bounce back. Michael Bresswell is out for the first 3 matches, so you have to see because next match is immediately. Like it's on 23 only, right? It's on Friday only because now it's a midnight, past midnight here in Indian Standard Timing. So they don't have that. They just have to travel now, go to the other place, have some a
Raipur.
single. Just one practice session today only in the evening they will have. So there will be optional sessions as well for the players. But you have to make it because in 10 days you're playing 5 matches. It's you have to travel and everything. But Tilak Verma, his place is secured because Surya very well knows that he wants his player in the team. It's quite harsh on Shreyas Iyer as well because Shreyas Iyer did a very good job for Punjab Kings in the middle order and number 3 number. He used to come, he used to bat earlier. It wasn't like he was a middle order batter. But we all know what happened with Gautam Gambhir and Shreyas Iyer in IPL 2024, KKR head coach and captain. So there might be some issues we don't know, but some rumors are there. And also today is going to be a big judgment day for ICC. I will talk just in a brief about it. BCB is still adamant they don't want to play in India. ICC is saying think about it again. Scotland has been informed. We don't know formally, informally. They might get a chance. मतलब वो कहते हैं ना घेरना ना देना तिसऱ्याचा फायदा. मतलब I told it in Marathi. Like it's the benefit of Scotland. It's going to be massive for Scotland if they get a chance. Let's see. We will give you an update about that as well. So big day coming up for Bangladesh fans because see they have worked very very hard for the last 2 years. They've won in West Indies, they won in Sri Lanka. They had a pretty decent Asia Cup, but politics is mixed both from both the ends. So but very good performance from India. Abhishek Sharma, like he's a natural freestyle batter. I don't think Yashasvi will get a chance immediately because see India doesn't have two lefty batters or openers. If you look at the complete history of Indian T20 setup, there is a lefty, there is a righty, there is a lefty, there is a righty. Two lefty batters don't play in India. That happens in Western countries, not that much in the subcontinental. So big week coming up for world cricket. So thank you everyone. Ayan, Anup sir, Harsha and Ayush. Yeah.
Bye.